Hi students, now we will solve exercise 5 of lesson number 2, fraction. So let's see first question. Circle the greater fraction in each pair. So here we have to identify first a greater fraction in given fraction. So here first pair is 8 upon 15 and 8 upon 19. So if you observe this pair of fraction carefully, then you came to know that here 8 upon 15, its numerator is 8 and 8 upon 19, its numerator is 8. Means this pair, both the numerator are same. Means here denominator are not same. So in this pair of fraction, numerator are same. So in comparison of fraction, we know that the rule when the numerators are same, when the numerators of given fractions are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. Listen student, if numerators are same of given fraction, then whose denominator is smaller, that fraction is greater fraction. So 8 upon 15 and 8 upon 19, their numerator are same. So 8 upon 15, its denominator is 15 and 8 upon 19, its denominator is 19. So 15 is less than 19. So here 8 upon 15 is a greater fraction. So here we circle 8 upon 15. Now second pair 2 upon 9 and 4 upon 9. So in this pair of fraction here 2 upon 9, its denominator is 9 and 4 upon 9, its denominator is 9. Means this both the fractions having the same denominator. So when the denominators are same, then we have to compare its numerator. Means whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater. So here 2 upon 9 its numerator is 2 and 4 upon 9 its numerator is 4. 4 is greater than 2. So in this pair of fraction 4 upon 9 is a greater fraction because here numerator 4 is greater. So we circle 4 upon 9. Now see third pair. In third pair, first fraction is 5 upon 6 and second 5 upon 7. So here in this pair, numerators are same and it is 5. Denominator of first fraction is 6 and denominator of second fraction is 7. So we know the rule of comparison of fraction. When the numerators are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. So here 6 is smaller than 7. So in this pair 5 upon 6 is the greater fraction. So we circle 5 upon 6. Next pair 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 6. So 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 6, in this pair numerators are same and it is 1. So we have to compare its denominator. Here 1 upon 3, its denominator is 3 and 1 upon 6, its denominator is 6. 3 is less than 6. So we know the rule. When the numerator are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater. So in this pair 1 upon 3 is the greater fraction. So we circle 1 upon 3. Next, question number second. Use greater than, less than or equal sign. Here first pair of fraction 2 upon 5 and 3 upon 5. If you observe that fraction, then you came to know that. So these pair of fractions having the same denominators. And we know the rule of comparison of fraction. When the denominators are same, then whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater fraction. So here 2 upon 5, its numerator is 2 and 3 upon 5, its numerator is 3. So here 3 is greater than 2. So 3 upon 5 is a greater fraction. So here we use this side. So here 2 upon 5 is less than 3 upon 5. Now next pair of fractions 7 upon 9 and 8 upon 9. So in this pair of fraction also having the same denominator. So here whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater fraction. So 7 upon 9 its numerator is 7 and 8 upon 9 its numerator is 8. 7 is less than 8. So 7 upon 9 is less than 8 upon 9. So here also we use this one. Next pair of fraction is 11 upon 15 and 9 upon 15. So in this pair of fraction also denominators are same. So we have to check its numerator. 11 upon 15 its numerator is 11 and 9 upon 15 its numerator is 9. So when the denominators are same, then whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater. So in this pair of fraction 11 upon 15 is a greater fraction. So we use this sign. Next pair of fraction 4 upon 9 and 4 upon 8. So in this pair of fraction numerators are same. So how to compare this? So when the numerators are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. So in this pair of fraction 4 upon 9 its denominator is 9 and 4 upon 8 its denominator is 8. So we know the rule, when the numerators are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. So in this pair 4 upon 8 is a greater fraction. So we use here this one. Next example 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 9. So in this pair of fraction also numerators are same. So we have to compare its denominator. So when numerators are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. So in this pair 1 upon 3 its denominator is 3 and 1 upon 9 its denominator is 9. So here 3 is less than 9. So 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 9. In this pair of fraction 1 upon 3 is a greater fraction. So we use here this side. Next pair of fraction 6 upon 11 and 6 upon 11. So here in this pair of fraction numerator also same and denominator also same. So these are equal fraction. So we use here equal sign. Next pair 9 upon 13 and 9 upon 10. So in this pair of fraction numerators are same 9. So we have to compare its denominator. 9 upon 13 its denominator is 30 and 9 upon 10 its denominator is 10. So if numerator are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater fraction. So here 9 upon 13 its denominator is 30 and 9 upon 10 its denominator is 10. 10 is less than 13. So 9 upon 10 is a greater fraction. So we use here this sign. Now next pair 4 upon 7 and 1 upon 7. In this pair of fraction denominators are same. So when denominators are same, then whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater. So here 4 upon 7 its numerator is 4 and 1 upon 7 its numerator is 1. Here 4 is greater than 1. So in this pair of fraction 4 upon 7 is greater than 1 upon 7. So we use here this side. Next example. So this is third example, is a word problem. So first we will read it carefully. Priya and Ankita got a cake each from their mother. Priya ate 3/8 of the cake while Ankita ate only 2/8. Then who ate more? See student, you have to read that word problem carefully. Then you came to know that. So Priya and Ankita both got a cake from their mother. So from that Priya ate 3/8 of the cake. So look here, Priya ate 3/8 of the cake. While Ankita ate only 2/8. find out here who ate more. So for that we have to compare these two fractions. So look here, 3 upon 8 and 2 upon 8. If you observe this fraction, so in this pair denominator is same. Means we have to compare their numerator. So whose denominators are same, then whose numerator is greater, that fraction is greater. So here 3 upon 8, its numerator is 3 and 2 upon 8, its numerator is 2. 3 is greater than 2. So 3 upon 8 is a greater fraction. So obviously who ate more? Priya ate more cake. So we write thus Priya ate more cake. Next fourth word problem. Rahul and Rashmi started writing at the same time. After some time, Rahul completed 3/5 of his work while Rashmi completed 3/4 of the work. Who completed more work? See student, here both started writing at the same time, Rahul and Rashmi. But after some time, Rahul completed his work 3/5 of his work. Look here, Rahul completed 3/5 of his work. And Rashmi completed 3/4 of his work. See student, both started writing at the same time. So for that Rahul completed 3/5 of his work and Rashmi completed 3/4 of her work. So we have to find out who completed more work. So for that we have to compare these two fractions. So here 3 upon 5 and 3 upon 4. If you observe in this pair numerator are same, then whose denominator is small, that fraction is greater. So in this fraction, denominator 4 is smaller than denominator 5. So here 3 upon 4 is greater fraction. And 3 upon 4, Rashmi completed 3/4 of her work. So who completed more work? Obviously, Rashmi completed more work. So we write thus, Rashmi completed